Welcome to the Ichthyology department of the Academy of Natural Sciences of Drexel University. I'm Tamira Bell.
And I'm Xray Johnson.
And we're the Ichthyology interns.
Tamira, what is ichthyology?
Well, ichthyology is a branch of biology that is devoted to the study of fish.
Oh, really? Here at the Ichthyology department at the Academy of Natural Sciences, it has been around since the beginning of the Academy of Natural Sciences, since 1812. That's a very long time.
Yeah. In 1898, the Academy acquired the entire personal collection of the famous 19th century naturalist Edward Drinker Cope. Cope described over 300 species of fishes between 1862 to 1894. From that point on, Henry Reed Fowler became the museum's first full-time curator. Fowler studied and published a remarkable number of new collections, in addition to most of the older material from Cope. Over a span of 80 years of research activity, Fowler described some 1,408 nominal species of fishes and 674 publications.
In 1954, James E. Bookey arrived to the Academy of Natural Sciences to begin working on a new project studying the fish of the Bahamas and to reorganize and improve the Academy's collection. From early 1950s to his death in 1982, Bookey published over 120 papers on diverse groups of fish and other topics. Today, the collection has continued to grow in size and importance. It is now rated one of the top 5 ichthyology centers in North America.
It currently houses 1.2 million cataloged specimens, representing an estimated 11,000 species and 2,979 primary types.
The specimens come from all over the world, from North and South America, the Bahamas, the Western Atlantic, Indian Oceans, and Asia.
Our internship is managed by Dr. Mark Sabai, the manager of collections, and Kyle Luckenbill.
In order to X-ray a specimen, you have to use an X-ray machine. In order to X-ray a fish specimen, the first thing you have to do is carefully take the specimen outside of its jar. Dump all the excess alcohol out. Next, we dry off the specimen. Now, we have to adjust the X-ray machine. This is the platform that we put the specimens on top of, and we put this on top right here. Make sure it's even. Now, we put the specimen on top of the platform. This is the scale. We put this right here, usually in front of the fish, well, on the side, in front, or in the back, but I prefer the front. Now, after we do this, we have to close the door. The door is made out of lead so that the rays from the X-ray machine don't go through the walls. Next, we use the computer to turn the X-ray machine on. Once the X-ray tube is warmed up, it will expose X-rays and take an image. Now we have an X-rayed image.
Also in this internship, we use Photoshop to edit our X-rays. So I'm editing this X-ray of Amaria. And yeah, so what I do is I adjust the brightness and contrast. So I play with this a little bit, and so I can get the bones popping out and things like that. So that's how I edit.
We also help label jars. When a specimen has been X-rayed, we tie a black string around the jar.
A major project that we worked on this summer was to X-ray over 100 fish for a scientist in New Zealand. So he gave us a long list of 100 fish, and so we had to X-ray all of these fish and things like that. And it was really fun because it challenged us to. I mean, it helped us a lot to learn how to use the X-ray machine and learn how to use Photoshop. So if it wasn't for this project, maybe your skills wouldn't have been as strong probably, but this project really pushed us to be independent and to learn these things on our own. Another project that we worked on during the summer was to help Dr. Mark sort and label all the fish that he got back from his trip in Brazil. We also helped label jars.
Before I started the internship, I knew that I wanted to study marine biology, but being here has opened my eyes to ichthyology, the study of fish, and I realized that that is actually what I want to do in my future.
So this internship has really affected my future because one, I chose this internship because I wanted to be a photographer. I want to be a photographer and a filmmaker. And so one of the things that we use, one of the tools that we use in this internship is Photoshop. That's a very powerful program, and this internship gave me a foundation of Photoshop, like, you know, how to make a new layer and things like that, and changing the brightness and the contrast and hue saturation and all those things. And so this internship, you know, it helped me to, you know, how to use Photoshop and how to get an image of a fish, you know. So this internship has taught me how to use Photoshop, and which will help me in my future when I become a photographer and filmmaker.
It has also taught me how to take great X-rays, photographs, Photoshop, things that I'll need in my future career, and this internship will actually look great on a college application. So I hope they see this.
Also, I learned a lot of, you know, good people skills, like how to communicate effectively with people. I also did things that I was afraid of. At first, I was scared to touch the fish because I don't know, it's weird touching a fish. Like, I may touch like fish that's cooked, but a fish that's just sitting there, like that you would catch out of the sea, I would be scared to touch it. But I did touch it, and so, you know, that opened me up to, you know, not being afraid to do new things. So in the future, I'll probably not be afraid to do new things.
Before I started the internship, like Tamara said, I was very scared of touching the fish. Like, oh my gosh, get that away from me. But I had to overcome that fear really fast because I will be doing this for a year. So later in my life, when I become an ichthyologist, I will be touching actual live fish, and I won't be as scared, and I can just grab it hands-on. And that's what the internship has taught me.
This will really affect my future because I'll never forget this place. I'll never leave it behind. It'll always be in my memory, and I'll just, you know, try to enjoy it with a little bit left, with the little time that I have left.
This internship has been a really great experience, and it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that you just have to be a part of, and it's been great. I'm happy that I started. I'm happy that I did it, and I will never leave the academy. I'll stay right here. Well, I'll leave, but I'll come back. I'll be right back. And it's just a great place to be at, and I feel at home with my fish, my dead fish.
So for the future interns that are going to come and intern in the ichthyology department, we just suggest that you take advantage of this internship a lot. It's really fun and it's really awesome. Not a lot of people get to do something like this. Hardly anyone gets to do something like this. So we just say that you take advantage of it the most because you get to learn so much. Also, we suggest that you just have fun with it because it's really fun, and you try to enjoy it as much as possible.
Yeah, I have to agree. This is such a great opportunity that you have to just grip on, and it'll affect you and stick with you for the rest of your life. You get to Photoshop, do X-rays on fish, and send them out to scientists and be connected with the world. And also, Mark and Kyle, Dr. Mark and Kyle are very good scientists, and they're great mentors, even better. And you have to be comfortable with them. Well, you'll later in the internship you'll be comfortable with them, but it's great to get to know them.
Yeah.
And they'll be with you for a long time, so you gotta get to know them.